Hello, everybody. Today I am continuing with revision tips because that's mainly where I'm at in my writing process right now. I wanted to talk a bit about finding critique partners and how I found mine, and what platforms may objectively be better than others to find your own. I know this video is kind of backwards because I gave tips for giving feedback to critique partners, and now I'm going back and saying how to actually find those critique partners, but whatever. Let's dive right in. So, I did want to preface this by saying that these are entirely subjective. You know what works best for you, your mileage may vary, etc. Finding your own critique partners may also depend on what social medias you are most often on. For me, I found mine primarily through Twitter because as of late that's where I'm most active with author stuff and the publishing industry. So it was the easiest method for me. I used the critique partner hashtag, the CP Finder hashtag too, I think, and I combined them both with a small pitch for my book, and it was successful, and I did find at least 2 or 3 critique partners, one of which has been reading all my projects that I write. Thank you, Emma. Thank you so much, if you're watching this. No matter which platform you use, though, I think it's important to specify your genre and, of course, plot information. I think starting out, it may also be important to you to only work with critique partners who are writing in the same genre and age range as you, like swapping 2 YA fantasies to middle grade novels to etc. But as the relationship between you and your critique partner deepens, I've found that I'm comfortable reading pretty much anything, as long as you're well equipped to give feedback on the person's other book, especially if it's a genre that you're not writing in currently or that you're not too familiar with. After Twitter has been Facebook, specifically Facebook groups like beta readers and critique partners, author mentor match. I even tried the NaNoWriMo Facebook group, but I definitely had more success with the first 2. I will add links down below definitely for both of them if you want to check them out. They were definitely helpful to me, and again, since Facebook is pretty much my second major platform personally after Twitter, it wasn't such a huge step to search out those groups and then post from there. I will say that along the same lines for Twitter, you have to have a solid pitch, you have to be willing to swap, especially. It's pretty much a toss-up, as with Twitter. As with any of these platforms, I suppose. For who wants to review your feedback, who wants to give feedback, who wants to take feedback, so. My third place I've used has been Reddit, particularly in the earlier stages of my drafts for a fast read and swap. Generally, I am more comfortable with Facebook and Twitter purely because I'm used to them more. I know Reddit has a lot of great subreddits for publishing and querying when you can request feedback on specific parts, specific queries, but I haven't explored it as much as the others. But if you have good luck with Reddit though, let me know down below and I will give it another try. Mainly, I preferred Facebook and Twitter because the majority of people I was talking to and getting responses from had faces and had actual names. I think all the usernames of of Reddit, kind of threw me off that I wasn't sure who I was talking to. So I will say, as you are searching for critique partners, it can be very hard not to go too overboard with posting in every single group or every single platform you use, asking for critique partners. A lot of the times, there will really only be 1 or 2 people who reach out to you, and they will probably end up being the CPs that you stick throughout the project, or even between multiple projects too. Also, please be wary of posting snippets of your work or your pitch everywhere on the internet, or sending it off into the void of emails from every single person who wants to be your critique partner, because there could be a chance that they never respond, and they might even take your work or your ideas. This has never happened to me, but I am a naturally open and trusting person, and I just wanted to throw it out there that it could potentially bite you in the butt. Again, never happened to me, but you never know. I guess what I'm trying to say is only swap stories with critique partners that you trust, that have solid emails, no blank profile pictures, etc. Just make sure you trust your critique partner, is where I'm getting at. When posting on any of these places looking for a critique partner, I found that it's better to really keep your pitch short and sweet and only really stick to your main details, main plot. In that way, it is pretty much like any other pitch, except you'll want to add the areas that you're looking for feedback on specifically. In my first 2 rounds of revision, it was on pacing and the action. Now I've been looking for more of character impressions and if all the plot twists really make sense or not. And it's okay if what you're looking for changes. In fact, it really should. If your critique partners are worth their salt, they'll push your book to be better, they'll push it towards where it needs to be. And you could also say which software you prefer to critique on, whether that's Word or Google Drive or whatever, but I don't think that's too necessary. Just get in with your shortened pitch and your problem areas, and you'll be golden. One of the hardest things about finding critique partners is the waiting. The first few times I sent out feelers and posts, I didn't really get any responses, and that's probably not a you thing. Could be a combination of anything from what's going on in people's lives to people just flat out didn't see the post. So don't get discouraged if no one responds to you in the first day or the first few days or even the first week, because there are always people looking for feedback on their work. There are always critique partners looking to critique other things. So don't give up. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit on the shorter side, as with some of my other tips and tricks videos, but I still hope it was helpful. Tell me where you found your critique partners if you're at that stage, or if you have any other questions about critiquing and revisions that you want me to answer. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all later. Bye!